Well, good evening and welcome to Brownsville Veterans Memorial High School football field as KWES brings you another district matchup. This time it is your Weslaco Wildcats taking on the Brownsville Rivera Raiders. And as always, I am joined by Coach Rock. I am Joe Aguilar. We'll be bringing you all the action right here from Brownsville.
I tell you what, you got Weslaco East tonight against Rivera. You know, a lot of history against Rivera the years past. They've had some really great football teams in the past that we've played against them at Weslaco High and Weslaco East and throughout the years. So, always have, really good football teams. So this ought to be no different tonight. Should be an excellent matchup. It's a big win, a must win, I believe, for anyone that has those aspirations to go to the next level into the playoffs and stuff. So this is one that you got to win this football game. So you got to find a way to do it and play good, clean football tonight. Error-free. Don't put yourself behind the chains that we talk about all the time. Those little things, all right, and execute, make plays. And that's what we're going to look for tonight. We got to have some playmakers, get this thing done, control the trenches, get that done. It should be a great game.
I'm looking forward to that. And the Wildcats did win the toss, and they opted to defer for the second half. Therefore, they will be kicking off. Alana Lejos and the kickoff team is already on the field. And here come the Raiders return team. It looks like they're going to be sending Manolo Perfecto Cruz and Alex Garza back to return this one. They're lined up at the 5-yard line. They've got the second row really close as if they are anticipating some kind of onside kick. But we are just moments away from kickoff as both teams are on the field. And Alejos got the whistle. Here we go. And this game is now officially underway. It's in the direction of Cruz. It's going to go by him and squirt its way into the end zone. So that's going to come out to the 25-yard line. Would it be 1st and 10 for the Raiders?
Yeah, with that lineup, I would have pooched it like that a little bit and just kind of short it right between them and try to get over there to get the ball. But, they'll get the ball and it went through the end zone.
So the Raiders will have it 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. They'll line it up on the right hash. Short side of the field is our side of the field. They are huddled up, and they break the huddle. Lared Gonzalez is the quarterback. He's going to hand it off to the big running back, Andres Rocha, and he just lowers his head and barrels forward for about 8 yards. Yeah, that's a big guy.
It is, a cross dive, and he's running behind a really big fellow too, big number 75 for them. For Rivera, he's a good-sized young man, Leo Garza, and like you said, there's a nice-sized hole right there, little cross, give there, and picked up big yards on first down.
So they got one running back in the backfield, 2 down here. They're going to hand the ball off. There's a lot of movement, so that's going to probably go back 5 yards and make it a second down and about 8 maybe. Depends on where they spot it.
Right. So, yeah, there was a little bit of movement right before the snap.
So they move it back 5 yards. They'll bring up a second down and 8 from the 27-yard line. It'll be Jared Gonzalez, the quarterback. He's got Jose Medellin in the backfield with him. 2 receivers bottom of the screen. They're going to hand it off to Medellin. And Medellin's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. He's going to move forward for about 3 to the 30, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, Nehemiah Munoz, he slanted hard off the edge right there and had the initial contact, and just a super job from his outside linebacker position. Come hard off the edge and made that tackle.
3rd down and 5 for the Raiders. Medellin in the backfield with Gonzalez, the quarterback. Bad snap, but he makes it. He gets it up, throws it in the air, and it is caught. Good reception there by the receiver, Isaiah Cuellar, running a little 7-yard out is what it looked like from up here. And the defense of the Wildcats trying to jump the route was Javi Lopez.
Yeah, it just timed it just a little bit off. I thought he was going to pick it, but he got through and got the reception.
So they're going to give it to Medellin. Medellin looking for a hole. He cuts it back, piles forward for about 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
Little inside zone play right there, and good job there. Stepped up there by Ryan Escamilla, filled the hole really well there and stopped him for about a 3-yard gain.
2nd down and 6. So they gave him 3 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 7. Line of game's going to be the 47. It's at the 40-yard line. Got 2 backs in the backfield, Rocha and Medellin. And again, flags come out quickly, and this again looks like it's going to be movement on the Raiders.
Again, we're doing a little stemming. We're not going forward on it, so it should be on the offense, because if you stem and you go forward and you make them jump, then it's going to go against the defense. But they did a really good job of sliding right there, right before the snap, and it caused one of their offensive linemen to move prematurely. So, again, we set them back,
So this time they move it back to the 35-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down and 12. Fakes a handoff, looking for a little screen. They get it to Medellin. Medellin out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Gain of nothing.
Yeah, really good job of chasing down that screen was Trey Hernandez right there. Even where they threw the ball, there wasn't much room on that side. They're on the left hash. They throw a screen deep into the left side right there. They don't have much room to even maneuver. He's already going east and west when he catches the ball, and he just goes right out of bounds. So they don't pick up a yard on that play.
3rd down and 12. Got to get to the 47. Medellin in the backfield. Rolling out is the quarterback. Gets it in the air, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gabriel Horta. Looking for a block. He's got it, and he's a pick 6 for Gabriel Horta.
Yeah, that was a great job by Horta. Just being concentrating. Came off the receiver's hands, pops it up. You see that a lot. You get that reflection, off that ball, and it's deflected off the ball, and you catch it, and Horta takes it all the way. Had some lead blockers in front of him also. They did a great job of staying in front. A lot of times you get flags on that play because, somebody inadvertently hits in the back and stuff. But no, that's a touchdown. That's Eastside strong side. Defensively, baby. Here we go.
And that's what you needed. It's for the defense to come up with some points early to get the momentum going, especially coming off a loss last week.
Yep. Well, that was huge right there. That's a great job by the defense.
And the Wildcats are going to go for 2. Gonzalez under center. He's got Pompa in the backfield. They're going to give it to the slot back, Gianni Ortiz, and he's going to go in untouched for a 2-point conversion. And just like that, the Wildcats are up 8-0, 9:30 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was really nice. This little hand sweep to Gianni, and offensive line-wise, the right side did a great job there of just reaching, backs reaching, everybody getting outside, and Gianni wasn't touched, and 3 yards later, he's sitting in the end zone for a 2-point conversion.
Well, the Wildcats strike first. The defense put some points on the board. A pick 6. Gabriel Horta taking it to the house, as you mentioned, Coach. He waited patiently for some blockers, and as soon as he saw that last guy get blocked, he just cut it back inside, went in untouched to the end zone. So great way to start the ball.
I was waiting for him to do his Dion dance, but he didn't do it. All right, because that's his favorite player. And
right.
At the end, I thought he'd do that little shuffle that Dion used to do with that hand above the head. But I guess you can't do that at the high school level. But anyway, that was reminiscence, of prime time.
That's right.
That was pretty cool.
Garza and Cruz back to return this one again, lined up at the 5-yard line. Alex Alejos set to kick this one away. And again, the Raiders kick team really shallow. And this time he does kick it shallow. Picked up at the 14-yard line by Cruz. Cruz looking for some blockers. Still on his feet to about the 30-yard line. And he's finally dropped at the 30, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Yeah, real good job there. Open field tackle. Everybody got to the ball. Led there by Gianni Ortiz on the tackle.
That was a good job by the kick team staying in their lanes because Cruz ran from one side of the field to the other.
He did. He
ran probably about 50 yards to gain 15.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. Staying in your lane is very important in that because, that happens. If everybody starts converging too early, then you open up seams to the outside. So
Jared Gonzalez, the quarterback, he's got Medellin in the backfield with him. He's going to hand the ball off to Medellin. This time Medellin has nowhere to go. He stood up at the line of scrimmage and is able to maybe wiggle his way forward for about 2 yards.
Yeah, again, really good defense right there, led by Escamilla, linebacker, and along with number 10, Daniel Padilla. They closed it down pretty quick there.
So they'll give him 2 yards out to the 32-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. This time he does have 2 men in the backfield, and I'm talking about Gonzalez, the quarterback. He's got Rocha and Medellin. And again, we've got some movement on the line, and that's going to move them back 5 yards. That's a third false start on the Raiders.
Yeah, they're struggling with the stemming that the Wildcats are doing. And what I mean by stemming, you're starting in one position, okay, and you're really the offense thinks you're out of position, then you stem to the front you want, and if you do it together, one group, all right, it tends to really mess up your O-line blocking. Sometimes they jump off sides. That time I think it was a receiver that went off, but
they hand it off to Medellin, 2nd down and 13. Medellin at probably 1 yard, if anything, on that play. That Wildcat front four is really clamping down on that play.
Yeah, there's not much going on in there at all. Just the whole defense is right there. That time it was led the charge was Jaden Garza, the defensive tackle on the left side. You can see him, number 54. Just did a good job of plugging up the hole really quick, and then the linebackers came in, and there wasn't much going on that play. So now it's third and 12.
They're going to send 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top, Medellin in the backfield. He's going to stay and block. A quick out to the first receiver on the flat. It is caught by Damian Torres, but way short of the first down. He maybe picked up about 4 yards. They needed 13. They're going to give him 5 yards, and it's going to be 4th down and 8.
Well, Gabriel Huerta is making himself known tonight because he laid a big hit on him right there that knocked him out of bounds. That was just super tackling by Huerta. I know somebody hit him first, but Huerta came in and just said, okay, you're not going any further than this.
So they got the punter on Moreno, and Horta's back at the 30-yard line to return this one. Gianni Ortiz very close to maybe blocking that. One hopper, Horta. And he loses it, but he gets it right back.
Yeah, he's very fortunate to get that ball back. A lot of times you tell him to get away from that thing because it's coming, but, kids want to make plays. If he catches it, he doesn't get hit. He's probably down on the other side of the field, but, at least he got back on the football.
7:17 to go here in the first quarter, and we're seeing the offense for the first time.
Yeah. They've had a lot of chance to drink a lot of water and stuff, so here we go.
Offense on the field. Gonzalez in at quarterback. He's got Pompa back there. There's going to be a quick flat out to Pompa. Pompa's got a couple of blocks. He's on the sideline, and there's nobody going to catch Margarito Pompa the fourth. No. It is a 66 touchdown pass completion from Gonzalez to Pompa.
Just a flare pass to Pompa right there in that, and he catches it full steam ahead. I guarantee you. He hits the corner, and the next thing you do, he's hitting his head on the goalpost. So what a great play, great execution, good blocks up front, cut off the whole defensive pursuit, and Pompa outran whatever they had there. So that was a big time play. Again, that's East Side Strong Side football. And hey, now you're up what? Going for 2 again.
Gonzalez going to tuck it. He's going to run, and he is stopped shy of the goal line by Zeke Gutierrez. Wow. Trying to get out there to Gianni Ortiz, but he was covered.
Yeah.
So he decided to run, and Gutierrez comes and brings him down shy of the end zone. But the Wildcats have run one offensive play. We've got 7:05 to go here in the first quarter, and they're up 14-0.
Yeah, that you can't ask for a better start of a football game. So really good. Gonzalez he took a clothesline on that tackle. I was talking like, wow, unnecessary roughness. You ever heard that movie? That was unnecessary roughness, I guarantee you.
Yeah,
because it took his head off almost. So, whew.
I was thinking they were going to call a flag on that one.
I did too. Well, great start. I guarantee you. I mean, I'm sure Coach Berg couldn't have wrote this up any better.
7:05 to go here in the first quarter, and we got Alex Alejos for the third time kicking away.
All right.
Alan Alejos, not Alex. Alan Alejos. Cruz and Garza back deep in the direction of Cruz. He's going to take it at the 8. Again, going out to his left. Horta.
Nice.
Along with Daniel Padilla, bringing him down at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, Padilla, you could see his speed.
Right.
Because he was on this left side. He closes all the way flat. When he sees him taking it off that side, he closes flat down the line, and he catches him before anybody on the right side caught him. So that was great effort, all right, by Padilla.
So the Raiders will have it 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. They had it at the 25, 30, and then at the 6. And they have yet to get a first down. 2 punts and a pick 6. Hand off to Medellin. Medellin hit at the line of scrimmage again, falls forward and picks up about 2. Noah Rosales with the tackle.
Yeah, real good job right there by Gonzalez, along with Jaden Garza. They kind of tripped him up. He picked up about maybe 2.5 to 3 yards there, but really good job up front by the defense.
They'll give him 3, where it'll make it 2nd down and 7. Again, it's the quarterback Gonzalez. He's got Medellin in the background. Receivers on each side. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Gonzalez trying to run, and he's going to have a little seam and get to the 31 before the defense collapses on him.
Yeah, real good job by Greg Granados right there, keeping him to his inside. You know, he can see the plays being run outside. So Greg does a good job of coming up, stretching the play. Quarterback has to come back inside, and along with that, and you had number 12, Kyle Garcia, who's right there to make the play. But Greg Granados is the guy that did a super job of keeping the ball carrier to his inside.
3rd down and 5 for the Raiders. 2 receivers, 1 to each side of the ball. Medellin in the backfield with Gonzalez. Still stay to block. Quick inside circle for the receiver. It is caught by Alex Garza, and that's going to be a 6-yard pickup, enough for a first down, and that's the first down for the Raiders.
Yeah,
tonight.
Just a deep stop pattern right there, deep hitch, or whatever you want to call it. DB's running back and trying to break on the grass, but receiver did a good job of turning, and the ball was already in the air, so the quarterback did a good job of getting it in the air as he's turning, and it's hard to defend that.
1st and 10 Raiders, ball at the 37-yard line. Hand off to Medellin, out to his left. Got some room, breaks a tackle. Still on his feet at midfield, and that's a 13-yard pickup for Medellin, and that'll move the chains once again for the Raiders.
Yeah, again, they did that cross dive to Medellin and picked up some big yardage there, big hole right there behind their offensive line. They did a good job of opening it up, and Medellin did a good job of hitting the hole, and they pick up 11 yards there, and they move the sticks.
So on this 4th possession, the Raiders now have 2 first downs. They are at midfield.
Yeah, this has been the best series they've had up to this point.
2 receivers left, 1 right, 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to give it to Medellin. Medellin again has a little crease, and he's going to get into Wildcat territory down to the 44-yard line, a gain of 6.
Yeah, they ran the inside zone right there off the right side and did a good job of he's hitting the hole really well. You can see that he hits the hole with great speed and good vision and picks up about 6 yards on the play.
2nd down and 4. Clock rolling at 4.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Wildcats up 14-0. 2 backs in the backfield, Rocha and Medellin with the quarterback Gonzalez. 2 receivers right, 1 left. They're going to give it to Rocha. Rocha rumbling and stumbling. Tries to hurdle somebody, but he's brought down at the 30-yard line. And that's a big 14-yard pickup for Rocha. And again, the Raiders move the chains.
Yeah, just, good size running back. Both their backs are pretty good sized kids. That time they just hit a quick dive right down the right side A gap. And Rocha, but by the time he gets hit, he's in the secondary. All right. And Alan Lejos, he's making the tackle along with Granados. So you don't want to see that too much. Alejos, yeah, because he's a linebacker, but.
Timeout taken on the field by the officials. 14-0. Wildcats on top. The Raiders moving the ball. 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 30-yard line. And the 4th possession, they've been able to move the ball down the field here.
They have.
So everybody comes back onto the field after the official timeout. Once again, 4:14 to go here in the opening quarter. 14-0. Wildcats on top. Raiders come out to the field. 1st and 10, 30-yard line is where they're at. Medellin along with Trevino in the backfield. Gonzalez, the quarterback. Takes snap. Fakes the handoff to Gonzalez. Under pressure. Ball is in the air. And
big.
It's intercepted. The 2nd interception of the night. This time it is Ramiro Carrera with the interception at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, you could see that the quarterback drifts the ball too far inside. All right, for the receiver, he should have put it on his outside shoulder right there, but he didn't. He was short with the ball right there where the DB's going to be. And, boy, like you said, Carrera, he's right there to get the interception, and he hits the ground and says, oh, why did I fall? Because he had a lot of green grass. All right, but great play there. It's an interception, and, it puts us in a little bit of hole, but that's all right. It's better than them scoring.
Exactly, and as you mentioned, it was underthrown, so he had to get under it.
Yes, he did.
But good job by Carrera to get the 2nd interception of the night, and now your Wildcats have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line. Gonzalez, quarterback under center, I formation. They're going to give it to the 2nd back through, and that is going to be Elias Rodriguez moving forward, and he's going to pick up about 8 yards.
Yeah, just a little belly play right there to the fullback, to Elias, and good blocking up front on the right side with Judah and Bush and all those guys and Joe Barrera. You just open up a big hole there for the belly for the fullback to get through.
2nd down and 1. They give him 9 on the play. Same formation, same play. Rodriguez lowers his head, carries a couple of black jerseys for a couple of yards close to the 19-yard line, and that's going to be 1st and 10 for your Wildcats.
And that time they ran a G play, so you can see the right guard. He pulls and kicks out, and they're caving everything down and pick up about 3 yards right there and get a 1st down. So they're slowly getting out of the hole. Wasn't as fast as that first series, but this is Wildcat football. Wow, what a run.
It's time. They're going to give it to Malachi Rodriguez, and he is going to rumble and stumble and make his way all the way to the 31-yard line, 32-yard line, a 13-yard pickup for him, and it's once again 1st and 10 for your Wildcats.
Well, yeah. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate that. But that was a really, because he didn't get the handoff clear, but once he got a hold of the ball, he wasn't going to be denied.
Toss to Pompa out to the right, looking for a blocker. He's got one. And he's able to get to the 36-yard line. They're going to say 35. And that's a good 3 or 4 yard pickup, depending on where they spot it.
That's going to be big in this game. You can see that our speed's going to be a little bit more than what they can handle right now or what they're showing. Anybody can get better throughout the game, but picked up about 3 yards there on the toss.
Second down and about 6 for the Wildcats. Handoff to Malachi Rodriguez, and he is caught from the ankles by the linebacker, brought down at the 39-yard line, where it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3.
That was your counter play right there. You could see that because he was the offset back. They were in the power I. He was in the offset back, and he came back inside, and they ran the power counter right there and picked up some good yardage.
Again, the Wildcats go back to the running play, very close to the first down. They're going to say it is first down.
Yeah, just a little belly play there again to the fullback and picked up, 3 yards that he needed to get the first down. So this was just prototype Wildcat football right now. We're going to take the ball from the 5-yard line. Hopefully we'll continue to, march it down the field here. But either way, we're going to be able to punt it off our side of the field if we don't. So we've got about a minute left in the quarter.
1st and 10, Wildcats, 43-yard line. Power I left. They're going to give it to Pompa. Pompa's going to bounce it outside. He's going to break a few tackles, and then he's going to carry a few black jerseys across the 45 to the 48-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, just ran a blast to the left side. You can see that. Pompa did a good job of seeing the hole, bouncing off and getting up there. Good blocking up front by Ryan Veta and Anthony Briones. And Jacob Zuniga.
Power I left again, the formation. Gonzalez under center. Hands it off to Elias Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to move his way through a small gap, but nothing doing there as they bring him down quickly. 3rd down and 5 now.
Now the Wildcats are in kind of an overload type. You can see 4 guys to this side. What they're doing, they're added an extra tight end or an extra tackle to this side and being heavy, what we used to call heavy left. All right, and just trying to, put a lot of people in that point of attack. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 4, 3rd and 5. So.
And that's what it'll be when we come back at the end of 1. It is your Wildcats 14, the Raiders nothing. Second quarter just about to get underway. Wildcats with the football. 3rd down and about 5 from the 48-yard line. They got to turn the sticks around, and they'll go in the other direction. Your Wildcats will. Power I right is the formation for your Wildcats. Gonzalez under center. 11 Raiders in the box. It's going to be a toss to Pompa. He's got a hole. He turns the corner.
Nice.
He's up to the 40. Still on his feet. To the ball is loose, and it goes out of bounds. If not, Gonzalez does have it anyway.
Yeah, just a great job on the toss here. And a great read by Pompa also because he looks like he's going to go outside, but he sees the seam back inside, and he hits that seam. And like I said, he's 12 yards up the field before he's even touched. So that was a great job. It was great execution by the receivers, the backs, the line, good blocking. Anytime you get a back up the field that quick, somebody's doing their job.
Yeah, it's one thing that we've been talking about all year long is just the vision that Pompa has. Had a hard time with the snap, and they hand the ball off to Malachi Rodriguez, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard.
Yeah, that's happened a few times tonight. I don't know if the quarterback's getting out too quick or the ball's not getting up enough, that kind of stuff. It's always that. Being a line coach, something happens all the time. So I used to, even if I saw that in the game, when we come back offense, I'm having the center and the quarterback. Y'all going to take some snaps right now. Let's go. Because you can't you can't execute a play without getting a snap. So
that's right. They do give them 2 yards, so that'll make it 2nd down and 8. Different formation for your Wildcats. 2 split right, 1 split left. Quick flare out to Malachi Rodriguez. He's going to lower his head, and he's going to be attracting 3 black jerseys, but he's going to pick up about 4 yards. We'll see where they spot it. It'll bring it up a 3rd down and 5 or 4, depending on the spot.
Yeah, that was the same play they hit Pompa for a touchdown earlier. All right, but this time they threw it to Malachi, and he picks up a good 3 yards right there off the little flare. And they did that last time out that same way. It's kind of a spread look. You can see it. There's no back. Got a slot, 2 receivers, one side, one down here, just to clear people out. But
3rd down and 5. They'll line it up at the 33-yard line. Power I formation for your Wildcats.
It's just a long run.
Toss out to Pompa. Pompa lowers his head. He's going to get to the 40, but he's going to be shy of the first down.
Yeah, good job by the defense right there of corralling Pompa and limiting him to about 2 yards right there on the toss. So that's 4th down, and, big play here. I imagine they're going for it. There's no wind at all tonight. I don't know if our kicker has that kind of leg or not. I haven't seen him. We haven't kicked a lot of field goals this year anyway, but it looks like they're keeping the offense on the field.
Yeah,
so
it would be a 49 to 50. A 49 to 50-yard field goal, depending on where they actually put the block down.
They may even go long count here and try to.
Quick count is going to go to Elias Rodriguez, and right behind the right guard,
like
he sees a hole and he gets the first down.
Yep.
Good job there by the Wildcats coming on a quick count.
Yeah, they ran belly again right there. You can see the right guard pull, kick out. They did a good job of sealing it down and kicking out. And Elias gets that little crease here and he picks up the 3 yards he needs for the first down. So, that's big.
1st and 10 for your Wildcats. Ball is going to be spotted at the 27-yard line. After the interception, they've moved the ball down from the 4-yard line and continue to move. Little different formation for your Wildcats. In the gun is Gonzalez.
Nice.
Handoff to Rodriguez. Rodriguez still on his feet, turning his body and moving his feet. And he's going to get down all the way inside the 15-yard line. What good effort from Elias Rodriguez.
Yeah, great effort by him and great read by him, too. You run off the hand sweep. That's generally to widen the field and get around the corner. But he sees a gap in the B gap to the left side, and when he sees it, man, he gets his shoulders turned, and he's up in the hole. And that's what was there because everybody else was flying, all right, and left that inside seam right there. And he got in that hole and picked up big yardage, and now we're It's first, and, we can get another first down right here. We're sitting around on the 15-yard line.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 15 in the pistol formation is Gonzalez. This time he hands the ball off to Pompa. Pompa breaks a tackle, moves inside, still on his feet inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, again, Pompa's the same play back the other side, and you can see that Pompa's real patient, and he sees black shirts outside. So, boom, I'm gonna plant my outside foot. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to see what I can get because defenses naturally overflow, that kind of stuff. And if you're a patient, good back like Pompa is, all right, he's going to see that crease and he's going to pick up that yardage.
Same formation for your Wildcats. This time Gonzalez is going to keep it. He's going to run. He got a big block from Pompa, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard. But Pompa put a big block to allow a non-sack.
Yeah, absolutely, because he did. And that's the wonderful thing about, if you know the history of East football, one of the first things their back coaches tell them, you guys want to be running backs, you want to run the ball and everything? And they'll go, yeah, coach, we want to be running backs, we want to run the ball. You better learn how to block. What? What is that? Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay, and that's what makes you a great team.
Snap goes through the hands of Malachi Rodriguez, and he smartly just falls on it, and it's going to be 4th down and a ton. And you may see the kicker come out for a field goal here because it'll make it about a 40-yard field goal. And I think Alana Lejos does have enough leg for a 40-yarder. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they're talking about it. Yeah, that thing just came back like the scalding eagle. I'm not sure if Malachi was ready for the snap or not.
Right.
Because that thing was coming fast.
Yeah, it seemed like he wasn't quite prepared for the snap. So not sure if the snap count, they were on the same page when that does come around. But nonetheless, it is a 4th down for your Wildcats. So they decide to call a timeout to talk things over, as we just mentioned right now. This would make for about a 40-yard field goal. I think Alejos does have enough leg for that.
Sure. Either that, they're going to run a little drag opposite and roll out and throw it back to the guy. Hopefully he's wide open in the end zone, which they love to do in this situation.
So the Wildcats, after the timeout, run back onto the field. And the Raiders are already on the field. Looks like they're going to go for it, Coach.
Yep.
I don't see number 28 on the field.
Nope. They got something planned here. Little Boudreaux's coming up. I can just feel it.
They got to get all the way down to the 5-yard line, so it's 4th and about 18.
Heck, you never know.
Nobody in the backfield with Malachi Rodriguez. It's a little flea flicker reverse. Ball in the air. Gianni Ortiz. They're going to say it hit the ground. But what an effort from Gianni Ortiz.
Yep.
Little reverse flea flicker.
Yep.
And Ortiz made a great effort to try to get that one, but they're going to say it touched the ground, so it goes as an incomplete pass, so the ball will go over on downs.
Well, I tell you what, you know, you don't want to, you want to score, you want to get some points and stuff, obviously, but we drove the ball from the 5-yard line, kept it pretty much, you know, about a 9-10-minute drive, all right, but we do get the ball in the second half too, which is good.
6:38 to go here in the first half. Quarterback going to hand it off to Medellin. Medellin cuts it back, and then he is hit hard by the linebacker, Alana Alejos.
Yeah, good job by Alejos.
Who were just talking about maybe attempting a 40-yard field goal.
Yeah, that was a great job by Alejos. He stayed home, and you could see that. They cut it back and right into his arm, so good play, good defense by 28.
Yeah, only allowing a 3-yard gain by the running back, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Medellin in the backfield with the quarterback, Gonzalez. One receiver each side of the ball. And again, they'll hand it off to Medellin. This time he'll run to the other side. He's got some running room, and he's brought down at the 32-yard line, maybe the 33, very close to a 1st down.
Yeah, it looked like they got the 1st down. Pretty good job by Orta stopping him from getting any more than he did. So good job by Orta coming off the corner.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. They'll spot the ball at the 33-yard line. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half here in this one between your Wildcats and the Raiders of Brownsville Rivera. Wildcats up 14-0. Quick
hitch again.
And almost picked off. Coming up and trying to get his 2nd pick of the night is Carrera. But a good job by Cuellar to hang on to it.
Yeah, he bounced it up, but he got back on the ball, but it was really close. That's the one you just got to keep fighting for it.
Yeah, Carrera was already looking at that blue end zone.
Yeah.
So that complete pass is good for 6. 2nd down and 4. 39-yard line. Medellin in the backfield with Gonzalez. Again, same formation, one receiver at each side of the ball. They're going to hand it off to Medellin. Medellin looking for a hole. He's got a small one, still on his feet as he continued to power through and got to the 45-yard line. And that's going to move the chains for the Raiders. But we do have a whistle on the field as the officials are going to call a timeout. So as they take a timeout on the field, we're going to take one as well. You're enjoying Wildcat football right here on KWES. The Raiders starting to show a little bit of light on the offense.
They are. I mean, the last 2 series, you know, they've been able to move the ball. They've made some mistakes and turned the ball over, that kind of stuff. But they are, and with pretty good, you know, running the football and throwing that little hitch they've been throwing, and you know, that 8-yard hitch or whatever, that kind of stuff, and being able to move the chains that way. So. we're going to have to maybe even roll up our coverage a little bit a little tighter on them, because that's what they're seeing. They're taking what you give them.
Right.
If you're going to play 8 yards off of them, they're going to run that hitch. All right. If you get on top of them, stuff, they're going to try to run a fade or do something to get around you. All right. But it's a little harder to throw. That hitch is a lot easier for you. So it's something you have to play with a little bit. On your coverages a little bit.
Yeah, as you said, Coach, you're gonna try to get what they give you, and if you're 8 yards, they're giving you 4, and that's what they've been doing.
Right.
Well, we come back from the timeout. 4:35 left to go here in the first half. Wildcats up 14-0. It is going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Ball is at their own 45-yard line. This time they're going to send 2 receivers right, 1 down to the left. They'll have 2 running backs in the backfield, Rocha and Medellin, with the quarterback. They'll send Medellin in motion, and it's going to be the quarterback in motion out to the right. He's going to toss it to Medellin on the flat, and that's going to be a good 5-yard gain. And again, they still, this time running that little flare, but still doing only the 4 or 5-yard pass.
Yeah, absolutely. That time they run a sprint out, okay, and they did a wide pattern, what we call a wide, all right, and and if you're playing off, you got a guy in the flats right there, and he's open. He's going to pick up naturally 5 yards.
And again, the Raiders are caught moving, and it'll move them back 5 yards. So those 5 yards that they just picked up are going to go back and be erased, because it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders at the 45-yard line. Kind of sound what we said a little while ago when we said 1st and 10. Huh? Raiders send 2 receivers at the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom, Medellin and Rocha in the backfield with Gonzalez. They're going to give it to Rocha. Rocha hit at the line of scrimmage, and the Wildcats then converge on him, and they will stop him after picking up 4.
Yeah, with him, with Rocha, he's a load. All right, you're going to have to put a helmet on that guy in order to get him that away.
Or a couple of helmets.
Exactly.
They give him 4 on the play up to the 49-yard line, where he's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. Wildcat defense. 4-3 is what they look like they're
they're in their split tonight, Joey, and with the 2 outside backers, 2 inside backers, 4 down linemen, running a 3 deep zone.
The Raiders are going to call a timeout as they've got 3rd down and 6 from their own 49-yard line, with 3:25 to go here in the first half. This is going to be a big play for them because, as you mentioned a little while ago, the Wildcats will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah.
So what they really want to do is hang on to this ball a little bit longer and maybe, just maybe, get some points off of this drive, because you don't want to not come up with any points or give the Wildcats the ball with this much time on the clock and then getting the ball back in the second half.
If we can get a stop here and force them to punt, we still got plenty of time to get some points, like you said, Joey. And if we can do that, that'd be a plus, because going into the second half and getting the ball.
Raiders, after the timeout, come back onto the field. 3rd down and 6 from the 49-yard line. 3:25 to go here in the first half. Wildcats up 14-0. They'll send 2 receivers, 1 to each side of the field. Gonzalez, the quarterback, Medellin in the backfield with him. Low snap, they'll hand it off to Medellin. He runs into his own guy, but he's going to be pushed forward to about the 45-yard line. The quarterback, Gonzalez, got behind him and just started pushing him forward.
He sure did, because, you had him stopped, all right, and they went up, and now they're moving the chains. But good job by the quarterback getting behind him and getting that push, because he gave him an extra 3 or 4 yards with the push. I guess all the teams now are doing all that kind of stuff.
They're calling it the tush push.
There you go.
First and 10, 45-yard line on the Wildcat side of the field. That's going to be the same formation for the Raiders. Medellin in the backfield with Gonzalez, the quarterback. Play action. They're going to get rid of the ball quickly, and it is caught in the middle of the field by the receiver, Leo Alatorre.
Yeah, they just ran a deep slant pattern right there. The quarterback did a good job of delivering the ball, and De La Torre did a good job of catching it right there, and it was open. And that's a big play for the Rivera Raiders.
That is probably their biggest play from scrimmage
Absolutely.
so far tonight, and that's about a 18-yard pickup for them. First and 10, and the Wildcats call timeout with 2:46 to go here in the first half. As we've been noticing, the last couple of drives, the Raiders have been able to move the ball.
Yeah, we got to get them stopped right here because you don't want to give up any points to them because that gives them that momentum, going into halftime.
That it does. We've had 2 interceptions already tonight. Yep. One from Horta, which was a pick six, and the other Ramiro Carrera. And that Ramiro Carrera interception was big because the Raiders were moving the ball down the field. So we'll see if the Wildcats can create another turnover here with 2:46 to go in the first half. And this drive for the Raiders started after they stopped the Wildcats. But again, that stop came because of a miscue on the snap between the quarterback and the center because they were down inside the 4-yard line already.
Right. I mean, yeah, that was.
I'm sorry, at the 7-yard line.
That was just, like I said, didn't he look like, Malachi? I don't know if he was expecting the ball because it came fast on him, and so.
Yeah, and so that brought up a 4th down and a lot, and so that went over on downs. And then we had already seen a couple of miscues on the snap earlier, when under center, when Gonzalez was under center. Both teams come back onto the field after the timeout. 2:46 to go here in the first half. 14-0, Wildcats on top. First and 10, Raiders, ball at the Wildcat 27-yard line. Jared Gonzalez, the quarterback. Jose Medellin in the backfield. One receiver at each side of the ball. The handoff is to Medellin. He cuts back to his left, breaks a tackle, and Escamilla finally brings him down at the 20-yard line.
Again, that little, sprint draw type action that they're doing off of it, and Medellin's finding a hole, and, he's getting up there. That time went on the left side again, behind their big left tackle, and he provides a nice size hole for Medellin to get through, and he does a good job of getting up the field. And now it's 2nd and about 3.
They do give him 7. And same formation. This time Medellin will be on the right side of the quarterback Gonzalez. Yeah, and that's going to be movement by the Raiders. So it'll move them back 5 yards. So instead of 2nd and 3, it'll be 2nd and 8. And that's number 5, I believe.
That's
Coach.
5 of them. I guarantee I know what at halftime, if I'm Rivera coach, I'm going, guys.
So they'll come out in the same formation. Clock moving, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Medellin moves over to the other side. And they're going to throw him a quick flare. And he's hit by Gianni Ortiz. And he's going to lose 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
That's a great job by Gianni right there, coming from his safety position. And he saw it all the way. And he was right on top of it. And a great open field tackle on a really good running back.
So 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders. 1:50 to go here in the first half. And it looks like they will be going for it.
Yeah, they'll probably got 2 downs here to get 10, I'm sure.
Medellin in motion. Running out in motion is the quarterback, Gonzalez, and he goes to Medellin. And Medellin stops, turns around, but he can't catch it.
Yeah, he stops and he hits his knees. If the quarterback leads him a little bit more, he's wide open. All right, and he gets behind the secondary, and off that rail. You know, you can see it. Medellin, he's in motion. He runs a deep rail with him, and
well, they're going to send the field goal kicker out.
Okay.
Mario Baez is the field goal kicker, and they're going to place the block at the 34-yard line, thus making it a 44-yard field goal. Getting all the personnel out. A whistle on the field. Timeout taken by the Raiders.
Yeah, they didn't have a lineman in, and coach said, no, here we go.
So a 39-yard field attempt, and when we come back from the timeout from the Raiders.
Nice to get a block right here. Get something big happen.
Well, we have yet to see the kicker.
No, obviously they think they got a pretty good kicker. So, because if you can hit a 44 in the high school level, that's pretty salty.
Wildcats leading 14-0, scored on a pick six and then a 66-yard pass from Gonzalez to Pompa.
Yeah.
Did have one 2-point conversion.
But there's always, there's great kickers all the way through the valley for a lot of reasons. Kids been, playing soccer and kicking the ball for, lots of years and stuff. So there's always some really great ones.
Snap, hold, kick is away.
That's going to be
and
short.
It looks like it's short. It was a 44-yard field goal attempt, and he kicked it maybe 39 yards.
Yeah, I just didn't. I think he got too far under the ball. You can see how it came off his foot. He didn't get any of it, really.
So to go over on downs, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, and the ball will be at the 32-yard line with 1:37 to go here in the first half. So the Wildcats don't allow any points to come up on the board.
Well, we got 1:37 here. Let's get the ball down the field and try to get some points here.
Still have 2 timeouts, so we see what the Wildcats choose to do here. Gonzalez in the pistol. Rodriguez in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Gonzalez looking to his left. Ball in the air behind Mendoza. Mendoza running a skinny post, and he had a couple of steps on the defender.
Yeah, it's there. He just got it behind it. They ran the post right there. I believe it was 0, right? Wasn't it?
No, it was number 8.
Okay, is that 8? Okay.
Noah Mendoza.
Okay. It's so hard because the 0 and the 8 look so much alike.
And 0 is actually on the field as well, Coach.
Yeah,
he's down
down here.
Yeah,
You're
2
right.
receivers each side of the football. Gonzalez in the pistol, empty backfield. And this time he does go to 0. Gianni Ortiz has it, tucks it, gets across to the 45-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
You're reading my mind.
Yeah, Coach Burgett heard you, Coach.
He must have, because I was blind and didn't see that it was the other kid, and then they went to the kid that I wanted to have the ball, and look at that.
Same formation for your Wildcats. Snap to Gonzalez. Looking inside to Ortiz. This time he can't hang on to it.
Yeah.
Different route from Ortiz.
Ran a little skinny post, little inside slant move right there, and the defender just got his hands on his arms. All right, really good job by the defender. I think it was number 35. Came in and made the play right there.
Not sure if Skyler was open down the field.
Isaac Laredo.
Because the defender, when I saw him, was already coming back. Same formation, snap to Gonzalez. Looking like a little screen underneath to Rodriguez. It is. Rodriguez, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds. There's going to be a face mask call.
Yeah,
I was waiting for the flag, and it does come out.
Yeah, really good hard running by Elias right there. They, hit that little screen on this side, and he did a super job getting up the field, but should be 15 yards, I think.
Yes, I saw the face mask, but I didn't see a flag, and it came back from the back judge. There it is. Well,
that helps.
So we've got exactly 60 ticks left on the clock. And the ball after the penalty will be moved down to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for your Wildcats, and they still have 2 timeouts left. Rodriguez in the backfield with Gonzalez, 2 receivers each side of the ball. They're going to hand it off to Rodriguez. He's going to duck his head, get down to the 35-yard line for a 1-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, they thought they'd catch him a little bit coming up the field real fast. You know, he can hit the seam, but didn't happen. Did a little sprint draw right there to Elias, but good job by the defense.
Quick pass to Ortiz, in and out of his hands. He had both Ortiz and Bettis wide open at about the 30-yard line. Looked like the Raiders were going to give them those 3 or 4 yards, but nothing beyond that.
Yeah, just do a little bit high on him right there.
So the incomplete pass will stop the clock with 27 seconds to go here in the first half. 14-0, Wildcats on top. 3rd down and 9 from the 35-yard line. 2 receivers each side of the football. Gonzalez rolling out to his left. Ball in the air, and slipping was Mendoza. I don't think Gonzalez saw him slip and fall. By the time he got rid of the ball, Mendoza was barely getting back to his feet.
Yeah, just a little bit high right there. It's always mechanics. Anything you do, especially quarterback play, you know, it's the toughest place to play on the game, on the field, because of your mechanics. So he just released it too high, didn't follow through, and that's because the ball drifted on him.
Malachi in at quarterback. Quick pass in and out of the hands of Ortiz. And it's going to go over on downs.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he put it where it needed to be. Yeah, you know.
That's another defensive turnover on downs.
Coach Burkett really wanted that.
Yeah, he did. You know, because
every coach does.
Yeah, he really did, because you know it's been big going up 21-0. You know, at halftime, but just didn't happen.
18 seconds left on the clock. Ball will go over on downs to the Raiders. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Rocha, Medellin in the backfield with Gonzalez. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Rocha in motion. Little flare out pass to Medellin. Medellin has some blockers. Hit, spins on his feet, and finally brought down by Jay Herrera.
Yeah, just again, a little flare pass to Medellin, and Rocha's out there blocking in front of him. And, you know, that picked up some big yardage right there.
Rivera calls a timeout. And after the first down, and there's 11 seconds left to go.
Well, you know they're going to try to hit something big here. I mean, that's
I
why
really
they did
think
it.
they're going to try to hit something short and out. Maybe try to pick up 10, 11 yards.
So maybe they can go to the end zone the next play.
Exactly, yeah. Because after the timeout, the clock won't start until it snaps. So if you could get a play for about 11 yards and out of bounds, that's going to take off about 5 seconds.
Right.
Maybe 6 at the most. And, of course, going out of bounds will stop the clock. And now you've got only about 40 yards to go instead of 60.
Right.
Or 55, wherever they're at.
I agree.
So we'll see what they do, Coach. Here they come out of the timeout.
Well, they're in that gun 2 back again. In motion, Medellin to the right.
And rolling out to his right is Gonzalez.
They're going to throw that.
And they are going to go deep. Horta is under it. And it's caught. Caught by Cuellar. Herrera had a chance to get that one.
Well, the clock should start.
Well, they got to wait till the chains come in.
Yeah.
And they're going to stop it with 1 second left on the clock.
Kick another field goal here. Wow.
Well, the ball is at the 22-yard line. It'll bring it to the 30-yard line, which will make it about a 40-yard field goal. And again, they send out the field goal kicker. He kicked it about 35 yards last time. But this is 40. Well, actually, it's going to be 39.
Yep.
No, it's going to be 40 because they're going to put it at 39. There's no block out there. That's why I was kind of confused. Snap is low.
Oh, no.
Picked up by the kicker, and he is brought down.
Hopefully.
And that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters of football here in Brownsville. And at halftime, it's your Wildcats 14, the Raiders 0. We'll be back with more action right here on KWES. Welcome back to Brownsville Veterans High School for Wildcat football. KWES bringing you this district matchup between your Wildcats and the Raiders. Wildcats up 14-0. Let's give you some of the halftime stats. Malachi Rodriguez has carried the ball 4 times for 3 yards. Margarito Pompa has carried the ball 5 times, has 31 yards. Elias Rodriguez, 7 carries for 36 yards. In the passing department, Aiden Gonzalez is 4 of 9 for 91 yards. Of course, that 1 touchdown. Receiving Pompa, 1 for 66 was that touchdown. And, of course, Gianni Ortiz has 1 for 18 yards. Elias Rodriguez has 1 catch for 4 yards. And Malachi Rodriguez has 1 catch for 3 yards. Brownsville Rivera, their leading rusher is Jose Medellin. He's got 10 carries for 54 yards. Andres Rocha, 3 carries for 25 yards. Ivan Rodriguez is 6 of 9 for 71 yards. He has the interception as well. Receiving for the Raiders, Isaiah Cue has 3 catches for 48 yards, and Jose Medellin has 4 catches for 15 yards. But let's not forget that big pick 6 for the Wildcats. Of course, that was Gabriel Horta, prime time, with the big pick 6. And at one point, the Wildcats had only 5 minutes off the clock, 1 offensive play, and we're up 14-0. So they've had some good drives. The biggest miscue, the biggest drive killer, of course, was that bad snap.
Yeah, consistency is what I'm looking for in the second half, Joey, because, like I said, we scored on defense, which was always good and that kind of stuff, but we have to consistently drive and score points. It's big, right now. We've made some mistakes, that kind of stuff that you see, but really got to be consistent with the ball and put a couple more scores up and put this game out of reach. So that's what I'm looking for from the Wildcats, and I'm sure that's what they were told at halftime.
Well, the Wildcats did win the toss, and they deferred for the second half, so therefore they will be receiving. Pompa and Horta back deep at about the 5-yard line. And Gutierrez on to kick the ball away. It's a big kick into the end zone, and Pompa's going to take it and take a knee. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 25-yard line. That's not the same guy that attempted the field goals.
No.
Mario Baez was the field goal kicker. That on the kickoff was Zeke Gutierrez. Both have a 3 in the single-digit area, but one's 13, the other one's 23.
Yeah.
So the Wildcats start the second half with the football, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Malachi Rodriguez lined up at quarterback in the pistol. They'll send Ortiz in motion, high snap, give the ball off to Ortiz, bounces to the outside, breaks a tackle, and brought down hard at the 26-yard line.
Ball made it hit the ground. I think he's down. Nope, they're saying Raider football.
Oh, they're saying he fumbled the ball and the Raiders recovered.
Yeah. Again, everything starts with a snap. You know what I'm saying? Snap was kind of high, so everything's off position. I'm not sure if Johnny even, had it tucked completely when he's running the ball, but they do a good job of stripping the ball and make a big play, and that's the thing about football, it's all about big plays and making big plays. Now the defense does, you got to come out and now make a stop, it's big.
So as you heard, there was a fumble on the play recovered by the Raiders. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 25-yard line, and we saw 2 big defensive plays from the Wildcats early on in the ball game. Both interceptions, one for a pick 6 and the other one to stop a drive of the Raiders. And now the Raiders themselves come up with a big defensive play.
They sure did, and that probably kind of spoils what you want to do with, deferring, because you get one play off and then they get the football.
Yeah, and just like that, it goes the other way. And we only had 6 seconds run off the clock here in the third quarter. Yeah. And we were talking about, being up 14-0, getting the ball in the second half, an opportunity, as you mentioned, coming out of halftime, an opportunity to add on to that lead and maybe begin to separate yourself and make the lead a little bit bigger and bigger and start pulling away.
Right, now you give them a real short field, and that's in high school football, it's hard to stop somebody that only has to travel 25 yards.
That is for sure. So there is a timeout on the field. As they attend to a Wildcat player. He's sitting there talking with the training crew. So it seems to be nothing major as we're hoping. Coach, we were talking about the stats at halftime. Not a lot of big stats, not a lot of big numbers other than the 66-yard touchdown pass and run from Gonzalez to Pompa. It's been a lot of little short passes, a lot of little short runs, and the Wildcats able to move the ball. And, of course, like we said a little while ago, that one bad snap that killed that one long drive after the interception from Carrera. They were moving the ball down from the 4-yard line.
That's something you don't ever want to see getting carted off.
After the timeout, we come back to live action with 11:54 to go here in the third quarter. The Raiders with the football, 1st and 10 from their own from the Wildcat 25-yard line. Medellin in the backfield with Gonzalez. They'll hand the ball off to Medellin. He'll bounce it to the other side. He's going to be hit. He's going to cut it up inside and lower his head and get inside the 20 to 19-yard line. A 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, good running there by Medellin. He cuts it back and he sees it and he goes up the field. He gets 5 yards on the first play. Just slipping, tackles and stuff like that. Just good hard running, which he's been doing pretty much the night, running the ball extremely hard for the Rivera Raiders.
2nd down and 6. Rocha will join him in the backfield on this snap. Slow snap on the ground. And trouble is the quarterback, Gonzalez. Danny Padilla is in there, and he grabs on to Gonzalez and does not let him go. Brings it back 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
See, it really doesn't matter who does it. Anytime you can't execute a snap, generally about 99% of the time, it's not going to be good.
3rd down and 9 for the Raiders. Again, bad snap, but Rocha is going to take the handoff from the quarterback, and there's a big hole, and he gets out to the 15-yard line. Depending on the placement of it will dictate whether that, and they're going to say he's about an inch shy of the 15-yard line.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So he picked up 8.8 yards.
Yeah, he did. And just a quick dive down the middle, and he's a big, like I said, big load. You got to tackle him low if you're going to get him right now. Now he's playing tight end up at the top.
4th and 1. Handoff to Medellin. He bounces it outside. Has some room. There's a flag, and that's normally in the area of holding.
Yeah, there's several flags flying here. Something's not right. Hope that's against the Raiders.
We'll see what the referee says. I'm looking for the white hat.
Looks like they're going back. So
there he is.
And he's facing this direction, hopefully.
Well, he's facing the other direction now.
Holding, number 9, offense. Penalty, replay.
So it'll be 4th down and 9.2 yards.
They've been in this position a bunch tonight already. You know what I'm saying? And look like they're going to, move the ball in to score and that kind of stuff. And, they shoot themselves in the foot. We've seen that a few times already.
Yeah, I don't have a stat for penalties, but there's got to have been at least 8 penalties on this offense of the Raiders. Well, this time it's going to be Rocha is the only back in the backfield, and he's out on the flat. Under pressure is the quarterback, Gonzalez. He finds Rocha in the flat. Rocha breaks a tackle, finally brought down by Padilla. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Again, we do have another flag on the play.
Hopefully it's against the Raiders. You just decline that and ball goes over.
Holding. Offense, number 62. That penalty decline results in play turnover on down.
As you just heard the referee, the Wildcats declined the holding penalty, and the result of that play is a turnover on down. So the Wildcat defense did a good job after the fumble, not allowing the Raiders to get any points, and they get the ball right back, 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, you know, if you're playing offense, you're going to thank the defense for that, because they were putting in a pretty tight position right there, and they came up big for the Wildcats.
So the Wildcat offense back on the field, 1st and 10, 9:52 to go here in the third quarter. Wildcats up 14-0. Two backs in the backfield in Rodriguez and Rodriguez. Malachi and Elias. They're going to give it to Elias Rodriguez. And he is going behind the big line, and he literally doesn't get touched till he's about 8 yards down the field, because he's behind the guard and the tackle.
Yeah, they ran the G play to the left side right there, and they did a super job of down blocking, and Elias did a good job of getting behind his line and picking what he needs. Picks up 9 yards right there on first down.
Quick snap, and it's a quarterback keeper out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. That's going to be plenty for a Wildcat first down. Good job by Aiden Gonzalez.
Yeah, I was real surprised there, because he took a big hit and he just kept on fighting, you know, and picked up about 3 or 4 yards right there. That's great effort by Gonzalez.
That is just prototypical Wildcat football. You take a hit and you keep on ticking.
That's it.
So 1st and 10, Wildcats ball at the 32-yard line. Pompa and Rodriguez all in the backfield. And they're going to give it to Pompa. Pompa's going to cut back, and he's going to be dropped after about a 1 yard gain.
Yeah, just ran that little cross dive right there to Pompa, and nothing happening right there, because, you know, really good job by the Rivera defense, led there by number 20, Javi Lopez.
2nd down and 9. 8:23 to go here in the third. Gianni Ortiz in motion. Quarterback draw. It's going to be Malachi Rodriguez. Hit at the 35, spin move out to the 37. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4, maybe a short 5.
Yeah, good hard running there by Malachi off the fake right there, and he follows it up, and he picks up as much as he can right there. Just spin and dig and fight, and he did a super job there, and a good job up front too, blocking on the left side with Charles Bush and Anthony Briones.
I formation. Malachi's going to keep it, and he's going to be hit hard as he was trying to bounce outside. Javi Lopez was just staying put there, and he brings down Malachi Rodriguez after about a 2 yard gain. It'll be 4th down and about 3.
Yeah. I believe it was Gonzalez on the play, though. He was playing quarterback that time. It's kind of hard to see because they were all bunched up, but
power I formation, 4th down. Toss to Pompa. Pompa's going to cut it up the field. He's going to lower his head. He's going to spin forward. Yeah. He's going to reach and get the first down for your Wildcats.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great fight right there. It's going to be really close. Yeah, they're calling it first down. Well, it was by the nose of the ball. All they need to get, you can see the nose of the ball is on the 42-yard line. So that was just really good, hard running by Pompa.
Power I formation, Gonzalez under center. He's going to give it to Malachi Rodriguez. Has a hole. He's going to cut it back, still on his feet. 45, 40, 35. Hit at the 30, brought down at the 31. Good, tough running from Malachi Rodriguez, and that is what the Wildcats need to start seeing, because that's what was missing in the first half.
Absolutely. Good job there. Just the inside zone, and Malachi did a great job of seeing the cut back to the right, and he finds a hole, and he puts on the speed, and just good hard running, good blocking up front by Judah and the rest of them. Super job.
Elias Rodriguez takes a handoff. He's still on his feet, spins inside the 15, down to the 12, still on his feet, and he is shuffling to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, you can see that right now they're playing with a little bit more urgency than what we saw in the first half right there, especially on this drive. And that's what they wanted to do coming out, but they had the fumble. All right, but now you see it.
Power eye right. Malachi gets the handoff. There's a flag on the play. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, still on his feet. Not able to move forward because there were 4 black jerseys holding on to him. But there's a flag. Let's see what this is about.
I'm surprised they didn't, blow the whistle a lot sooner on that.
Looks like it's going to be offsides on the Raiders.
Which is good. Well, then they won't, because that's a free play.
They're going to take the penalty.
Offside. Defense, number 5.
Well, after the penalty, they'll move it up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 5.
1st and 5, Weslaco East from the 7-yard line.
Now here we go. This is what we wanted to see, Joey, right here.
Gonzalez under center, power eye right. Give it to Elias Rodriguez. Elias still on his feet inside the 5 to the 2-yard line.
That should be 1st and goal now. Real close.
Tackle by number 5, Nate Aguirre.
Waiting for the signal.
Gets down to the 2-yard line. Close to a 1st down.
They're going to say yes.
Yeah,
1st and goal. Dropping the chains finally. 1st and goal, Wildcats. I formation again. Rodriguez to go ahead now. And this time, Elias Rodriguez in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to stop right there. That's a lot of bodies going forward. A really good job on the right side of the offensive line, led by Judah Gonzalez and your center. Just super job there by Joe Barrera. That whole side. And Malachi just followed him, and he's in the end zone. And right there, and that's what we wanted to see. And that's your east side, strong side touchdown right there. So that was exciting. There you go. Now we're playing some football.
Once again, the Wildcats on for the 2-point conversion. Toss to Pompa. He will run right, and he will make his way into the end zone. And the 2-point conversion is good. Margarito Pompa, the 4th, with the 2-point conversion off the toss to the right. And now the score is your Wildcats 22, the Raiders 0 with 5:41 to go here in the 3rd. What a great drive after the fumble.
It was a great drive and excellent. But you know what? My hats are off to our defense there, because that all comes from what they did, the job the defense did, stopping them after that turnover. And then obviously you give the props to the offense. They moved the ball all the way down the field, put it in the end zone. But I'm telling you, that was big by our Wildcat defense doing what they did.
Yeah, we talked about it. You mentioned it, Coach. You would like to have seen them get the ball and just run it down the field, but it didn't happen. They stopped them, and this time they did on the second possession.
Exactly. They gave him a good dosage of Malachi Rodriguez on that. We've seen that pretty much through the year too. When he gets behind center, that kind of stuff, or even in the backfield to hand them the ball, he just brings an attitude. He just really does. He runs with, I don't know how you say it, like a chip on his shoulder or whatever it may be. You can say whatever you want, but he does bring it.
Alejos with the kick in the direction of Cruz. He's got it at the 9. And again, he'll come across. And he's going to be hit and brought down by Daniel Padilla at the 27-yard line. Good tackle by Padilla.
Oh, he's been doing that all year. I love how he goes down on kickoff, because he's a defensive starter. He does a great job. He's an outside linebacker. But I tell you, he's on the kickoff team, and you can see him. He's always about the first guy down by the ball each time, and he lays it every time.
So the Raiders with the football, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line is where they're going to spot it. 5:35 to go here in the third. Wildcats up 22-0. Medellin in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 1 left. RPO.
Counter.
Quarterback still on his feet. There's a flag, and again, that's normally in the area of holding.
Yeah, they did. You can see they pulled the right side of the line trying to run a counter, but our kids did a great job of turning it back. Yeah, that was a super job by Trey Hernandez, and along with 44, Dominic Rincon. They did a super job of not getting kicked out, that kind of stuff, or caved down, and they held their own right there. So the back had to cut it back, and anytime you have to cut the ball back on a counter, it's not going to be pretty.
The Wildcat drive was a 10-play, 82-yard drive, of course, capped off by that 2-yard run from Elias Rodriguez. Over 4 minutes off the clock. Good Wildcat drive.
Yeah, that puts some separation between us and Rivera.
Little stop pattern by the receiver, Isaiah Cuellar. This time it was a little too high on the defense. Coverage was Ramiro Carrera. Good job there.
Yeah, real good job by Carrera, but the quarterback just didn't get a clean snap, and then he bobbles the ball, and then he finally hits it and throws it with too much air on top. And
so the incomplete pass stops the clock with 5:13. 2nd and 20 after the holding penalty on the previous play. Another pass. This time it was that post again.
Yeah.
That last time they ran it to Alatorre, had a lot of success. This time the Wildcats were ready for that.
Oh yeah, I mean they throw that skinny post right there, and he throws it way behind him. I mean he throws it way behind the defender also. So it was low and outside.
Yeah, because he saw Granados out there. Granados read that one all the way. Third down and 20. 2 receivers, 1 each side of the ball. Quarterback, Gonzalez going to keep it. Still on his feet, brought down at the 26, 27-yard line, where he's going to bring up a 4th down and 11, more or less.
Yeah, just a little quarterback sweep to the right and picked up about 5 yards right there. But good job by the defense of stretching him down the line and making the tackle. Now it's 4th and a long way, so they got an injury down again, so another timeout.
Timeout taken by the officials. We're going to take one as well. You're enjoying Wildcat football right here on KWES.
Not a long one, though, Joey, because he's up and off the field. Well, there's 2 people down
there. I was about to say there's 2 people down
there's
over
another
there.
One over there.
Yeah, and that'll stop the clock. And, again, the defense doing a good job holding them. But, again, the offense of the Raiders continues to commit those costly errors.
They
Earlier in the game, it was the false starts.
Right.
Here in third quarter, I think that's the third holding penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they've had a lot of penalties tonight. They really have, and that, as a coach, those are things you just drives you crazy. That's just giving your opponent opportunities after opportunities. Good teams are going to take advantage of it, and we got a good football team, and that's happening.
And what does that do for the esteem of the players?
Well, it gets them down.
Exactly,
it does. It certainly gets them down.
Because when you feel you got something going, it stops.
Exactly.
4:51 left to go here in the third. 22-0. Wildcats on top. 4th and 11. The Raiders send in the punt team. And Horta back deep to return this one at the 40-yard line. It's a good punt. Sends Horta back to the 30. Fields it cleanly. Still on his feet and hit hard at the 37. Brought down by Jacob Lopez, the lineman.
71.
He was flying down the field.
I'm telling you he was. He come down there. He once he made a tackle, you didn't see Huerta anymore. He was gone. It's like, whoa.
He was gobbled up.
I mean. That was like, that's a total eclipse.
It's a 9-yard return for Horta. And the Wildcats will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Gonzalez, the quarterback in the pistol formation, has Rodriguez in the backfield. 2 receivers on both sides of the ball. Looking left, quick pass in the direction of Perez. There was a little confusion on the route running because you had Ortiz and Perez basically in the same area.
Yeah, they were. That's what Coach was asking, like, why do we have 2 receivers? You guys wanting to stop and a curl, they're all next to each other.
So the incomplete pass stops the clock at 4:28. Play clock down to 17 seconds. 2nd and 10 for your Wildcats.
They have a timeout here.
Snap. Gonzalez looking left. This time he does
There
get
it
it
is.
to Skylar Perez. Skylar with a
Nice.
good move and still on his feet out to midfield. A good 11-yard pickup by Skylar Perez. 5 on the pass and 6 yak yards.
Yeah, they came right back to the same play they wanted to play on the previous play, Joey. And this time, Skylar did a good job. I mean, he would have cut the ball, but what he did after was awesome. Like the yak yards was really nice.
1st and 10, Wildcats at midfield. Quarterback draw.
Nice.
Malachi Rodriguez breaks a tackle, still on his feet at the 30,
He may go all the
25, 20, 10. Touchdown, Wildcats! A 50-yard quarterback keeper, Malachi Rodriguez.
There are flags all over the field over here. I think they're going to catch us for a block in the back or something going on right here.
We'll see what the referee...
I know Coach is talking to an offensive lineman, so that was a great run there, though. He just kept his feet moving. Like I said, he's a load, and he just when he goes downhill, he goes downhill. He does not mess around. He runs the ball. Like I said, I really enjoy watching Malachi run football, and kids block for him, that kind of stuff. Obviously, all right, but that was a good hard run right there. But I think it's going to come back a little bit on us.
The referee's getting ready to give us the call.
Yep.
Holding. Number 19, offense.
Yep.
10-yard penalty from the spot of foul. 1st down.
So it was way down the field.
Still got a 1st down out of it, but
yeah, you still get a 1st down. Literally, it's a 12-yard play.
Yeah.
But it erases 6 points from the board.
Yes, it does.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. The Wildcats have the football. Clock stops at the 3:51 mark, and it'll continue to roll right when they blow the whistle, which was about a couple of seconds ago. Rodriguez in at quarterback. He will roll out to his left, looking to get rid of the ball. He does in the direction of Pompa, and it's in and out of the hands.
Nice. Yeah, really, just a little short on him. All right, but, just came off his hands a little bit, But good execution. Both of them really, just came right off his hands. So
yeah, and J.C. Saucedo, defensive end for the Raiders, did cause Malachi Rodriguez to shorten up that throw, which may have caused it to be a little short, but still got a lot under it. Yeah. 2nd and 10, Wildcats. Malachi Rodriguez will keep it. He's going to bounce it outside,
nice.
Still on his feet. 25, 20, breaks a tackle. 15, 10, 5, 1-yard line. And it's Saucedo coming down the field to bring Malachi Rodriguez down at the 2-yard line.
You know what I love about that, Joey? The play before, Coach, one play, let me throw the ball once, and I'll have my breath back, and boom, here it is. There it is.
35 yards on that carry, and you know what? Let's give him a bone and let him carry it into the end zone.
So it's a touchdown right there. So now we're playing with great consistency, Joey. I see that because kids are running hard, kids are blocking hard. We're tackling on defense. We're attacking the ball. That's east side, strong side football. That's what we wanted to see. So good job right there by the Wildcats.
This time they send the extra point team on to the field. Alan Alejos on the field. Gonzalez is the holder. Snap is low. They'll try to get it off, and they don't. It's blocked, and the Raiders are trying to pick up the football. They do, but the Wildcats bring him down quickly. So no harm, no foul, but no point. But the Wildcats add 6 more to their total with 3:11 to go here in the third, now up 28-0.
Remember what I told you 99.9% of the time?
The snap.
The snap. If you don't get a snap clean, it doesn't matter what in execution, a punt, kickoff, punt, extra point, offensive play. It's like, I'm sure that's what Coach Burgett's talking to himself as he's walking down the field, like, man, can we get a snap tonight? That's tough. And it always ends up being something bad. But now it's 28-0, and, you got to like it, and still the third quarter. It's been a long third quarter. It seemed like it's been a long third quarter.
Yeah, that it has.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of stoppages of the clock from the referees.
But it has been nice.
When you score 2 touchdowns in a quarter and they score none, you're absolutely right, Coach. It is nice.
It's nice.
You got to like it.
Yep.
Alejo's on to kick the ball away. Gurus and Garza back deep for the Raiders. Kick is away in the direction of Cruz. And he'll field it and his knees at the 18-yard line. So that's where it's going to be, 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Yep. That's a good kick right there. Believe it or not, you just short it right underneath the guy trying to fill the ball, and he has to go to his knees to get it. So
the Raiders will begin their next offensive series at their own 17-yard line. 1st and 10, 3:11 to go here in the third quarter.
Let's get another big stop right here. Get a turnover, big.
Pistol formation, 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. They're going to hand it off to Medellin, and he's going to cut it back still on his feet. Now he's going to bounce it outside. Ortiz forces him back inside, and Jay Herrera brings him down.
Well, they do it by formation right there. They want to spread you out right there, and he knows it's going to hit inside. It looks like a sweep, but actually it's just a dive to the A-gap because he's going to cut it right there, because you see the defense flying outside, so that's naturally your seam inside, and he's a good runner, Medellin is. I mean, we've seen that tonight.
So that'll move the chains for the Raiders. 1st and 10, 36-yard line. Same formation for the Raiders. And they're going to play action, and their quarterback Gonzalez is going to keep it. And he was being held by the jersey. Getting his hand on him was Jaden Garza, and then someone grabbed Jaden Garza's face mask.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a real good job by total defense. Kyle Garcia all on over there, along with Rincon and Hernandez. They all just really got to the football really well right there.
So they're discussing it on the field, and the referee will let us know what exactly.
I don't know. Did they throw the flag?
They did throw the flag, and I want to say someone grabbed Garza's face mask because he was holding on to Gonzalez's jersey.
That's it. Good job, Joey. That's excellent. I saw him spin around, but I guess I wasn't looking at the head area.
Yeah, I saw that because I could see Garza holding on to Gonzalez's jersey, and his face was looking this way when a black jersey came and grabbed his face mask.
Yeah, I see that. But that was good. I was just looking for offensive white shirts getting to the ball because this guy's hanging on for dear life.
Yeah. So that moves him back 15 yards. Just repeat 1st down, but instead of 1st and 10, it's 1st and 25.
Awesome.
Ball back at the 23-yard line. Handoff to Medellin, looking for some running room.
Doesn't
get much as he continues to just bounce it outside. Ball is loose on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And the Wildcats say they have it.
Huge.
And the guys in the black and white shirts say it is Wildcat football.
See, I see, this would be a nice time for a turner right now. Now we get a short field right now. You add another touchdown to this, and that, it puts it pretty well, Yeah, go up 35-0. You know, it's kind of hard to come back in a quarter being down that far. I'm not saying it can't be done, and it has been done, but it hasn't been done a lot.
Right, and what does that do for the momentum of the Raiders?
Well, it puts everything on the Wildcat side.
Right.
You already feel that Mo has jumped on the Wildcats' back big time right now.
Here in the third quarter.
Yeah. We might even put 3 touchdowns in on the third quarter. It's a good third quarter.
2 minutes exactly left in the third quarter. Wildcats with the football after the fumble recovery. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Pistol formation. Ortiz in motion. Play action. Under pressure is Gonzalez, and he's going to be sacked.
Take it and go down.
Coming in on the blitz was Nate Eguia.
Yep. That was smart. Just take the sack there because you don't try to throw it away or anything else because you can't put any arm onto it.
Yeah, the last time I saw that happen and trying to get rid of it, they were called for intentional grounding.
Yeah, because you don't get it past. You're in the side of the tackle box.
Right.
You got to get it past the line of scrimmage, and it's got to be towards the receiver and everything else. So it's like,
Yeah. And it wasn't the Wildcats that I'm talking about. It was an NFL game.
Yeah.
And so they were charged with grounding. So good job, as you mentioned there, by Aiden Gonzalez. Smart play there by the quarterback. 2nd down. It's going to be a screen over the head of Rodriguez. They set it up perfectly.
Boy, it was there.
Just a little too high for Rodriguez to grab that one. That'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and 17 from the 33-yard line.
Yeah, it's just a touch play, that kind of stuff. You give that to Gonzalez, 9 out of 10, he's going to hit it 9 out of 10, It just sailed on him.
3rd and long, Wildcats. 2 receivers each side of the ball. Malachi Rodriguez, the quarterback. He's going to keep it. Bounces it outside. Still on his feet. 25, 20. Still on his feet. He breaks another tackle. And he's still on his feet. Touchdown, Wildcat.
Wow.
A 34-yard touchdown run
what great
by
effort.
Malachi Rodriguez. Call him Houdini.
I mean, call him whatever you want. Yeah, what an awesome run right there. And good blocking because he gets to the hole just untouched. So the right side, you got to, with Judah and those guys, they did a super job of opening up the hole. But you talking about running and cutting and vision and boom, that's a touchdown. There you go, Wildcats!
34-0 pending the point after. Good snap, good hold. Alejos, plenty of leg, and it's good. And now the score is
there you go.
Your Wildcats 35, the Raiders 0. So, Coach, 3 touchdowns in the third quarter for your Wildcats.
It's like I said, that's got to be good. It really is. And on the verge of being very good. All right? So, that's awesome.
The defense has played really good here in the third quarter, and even better with that turnover.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
causing turnovers. They come out and play in the second half consistently on both sides of the football. And that's what that's what I talked about when we started this half. I go, we got to see consistent play out of them, all right, to see it. Otherwise, you hang around in this game and you give them opportunities. Right now, you're not. You're taking it away from them right now. It's still the third quarter, Joey.
Cruz and Garza back deep to return this one. Alejos ready to kick this one away. Again in the direction of Cruz.
It's going to go out
and
of bounds.
it's going to go out of bounds. Flag comes out. We'll see what the Wildcats, the Raiders want to do. Look like Coach Leal was pointing to the field that they'll take it at the 30.
Yeah.
Raiders will take possession 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Yeah, I saw Coach Leal pointing out at the referee, we'll take the ball at the 30.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I didn't hear him say that, but
sure.
I'm pretty sure that's what he was saying.
I bet you're right, Joey.
So the Raiders, after giving up the 3rd touchdown of the third quarter, will have the ball once again, 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. They'll send 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Medellin in the backfield with the quarterback, Gonzalez. They'll hand it off to Medellin. He's going to look out to the right. breaks a tackle, still on his feet, out to about the 34-yard line. Brought down by Garcia.
By Kyle Garcia, yeah, absolutely. Good open field tackle, really, by Kyle, because they've been running that a lot. He slides it all the way back, and looks like he's running. He's going to come left, but he slides it all the way back, cuts it all the way back to the outside. All right, and Kyle does a great job of coming from the inside linebacker and cutting him off. Looks like we might be doing a little blitz here.
2nd and 5 for the Raiders, same formation. This time the quarterback's going to keep it. Gianni Ortiz misses the tackle, but then he slows him up enough to allow everybody to get back, including Dominic Rincon.
Yeah, that time they ran a zone read there with the quarterback, put it in Medine's stomach, and he pulls it and picks up the first down right there on the backside.
And that may be the last play of the third quarter, as we now have under 5 seconds to go. 1st and 10 Raiders, and we are at the end of 3. And at the end of 3, it's your Wildcats 35, the Raiders 0. We'll be back with the final 12 minutes right here on KWES. Coach, 12 more minutes to go. Wildcats up 35-0. It's been a good game so far.
It has been. It really has. This second half's been really, really nice. I mean, just to watch the kids play, and they have played extremely hard, and a lot less errors in this second half. Other than when we started, we had a fumble, but other than that, it's been pretty error-free football. And penalty-wise, it's been really good for us too tonight. Now, I couldn't say that for the Raiders. They've had a bunch of them.
Yeah, that they have. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line as we begin the fourth quarter. They'll hand it off to Medellin, and he'll get out to, 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. He'll get out to the 46. Pickup of about three, maybe.
Yeah, or 2, something like that. But anytime a back has to, stutter his feet in the backfield, well, that's all defense. I mean, that's advantage defense immediately.
2nd and 8 from the 46-yard line. Snap to Gonzalez, looking deep, going deep, way over the intended target, Isaiah Cuellar, but 2 defenders back there in Carrera and in Herrera.
Yeah, if it was close, it's probably going to get picked, all right, but he throws it way deep and out. So now it's 3rd and long again, and right to position you want.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 11:20 to go in the ball game. Raiders with the same formation, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Padilla with a good job of forcing the quarterback to turn around and go in. And coming up and making a big hit is Horta. Gabriel Horta stops the quarterback, but it was just the whole defense of the Wildcats not allowing him to turn up the field, and then Horta just comes and finishes it off.
Very good, but it starts with Daniel Padilla, the defensive end on this side. He gets up the field, and he stops him dead, and by that time, Horta's coming up, and a great play. Now it's 4th and long again, and they're got to punt the football away.
They send the punt team on, and Horta back deep to return this one, standing at his own 26-yard line. Snap is good. Gianni Ortiz was in there so quick that they couldn't get the punt off, and the punter, Zeke Gutierrez, just has to tuck it and run. And the Wildcats are going to get the ball and force it to be turned over on downs inside Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, that was great. Just like you said, Johnny, that was awesome by him. They put a lot of pressure on, and the punter's like, "Oh, can I punt it?" I thought he was just going to run and side kick it like a rugby style kick, but he just kept running and. Our kids did a good job of getting off on him.
Because he was forced to run to his left, and he couldn't kick it away from that side.
Nope, he's a right-footed kicker, you're right.
Turnover on downs, 44-yard line. Wildcats with the football. Pistol formation. Gonzalez, the quarterback. He's going to hand the ball off to the only back in the backfield, Rodriguez, JT Rodriguez, a name we haven't called tonight, and a good, solid run from JT Rodriguez all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 3.
Just really good blocking up front, too. Just a hand sweep to Rodriguez, and he did a good job of getting around the corner. Picked up 8 yards right there on the play. So, you know what the Wildcats, they're just going to slowly just try to move the football down. They'll probably hope to get another score, that kind of stuff, but just to take some time off the clock.
Same formation for your Wildcats. 2nd down and 3. They're going to send Elias Rodriguez in motion. You're going to give him the ball on the jet sweep. He'll get inside the 35 to the 34. What'll be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, be real close here. So the same play, just the other direction, Joey. And again, good job by the defense that time of holding them to about 2 yards.
Under 10 minutes to go in the ball game. 3rd down and 1 for your Wildcats. Ball at the 34-yard line. Again, same formation for your Wildcats. Gonzalez, quarterback. They'll send Elias Rodriguez in motion. They give him the ball, and he'll break a tackle and get down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 Wildcats.
Yeah, just taking the ball and, picking up good yardage right there and running hard. And we see a lot of, new shirts out there. Still got the center in, but, some new kids right there playing offensive line.
Anthony Briones.
Yeah, Briones and Israel Rivera. And, these kids work hard all week long. They want to get on the field. And along with number 60, you got Jacob Zuniga in there now playing right guard, and that's awesome.
And doing a good job.
Yes.
They'll just flip it over. The Wildcats do their formation. And we've got motion on the Wildcats.
Yeah.
Before the delay, timeout.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, well, I guess the snap made me think that it was motion because they blew it at the time of the snap, but it was the timeout before the delay of the game. So the Wildcats saved themselves from moving the ball back.
Certainly.
1st and 10 is what it'll stay during the timeout and after the timeout as well. But as you were mentioning, we have some fresh legs in there. And again, they're doing a good job out there. And that's what you want to see, because as we continue to progress throughout the season, we get closer and closer to the playoffs. And, of course, we want to get into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And you want to get into the playoffs with everybody having run enough downs that you're confident putting them in the game when needed.
Yep. That's pretty much a different offensive line other than the center, and that's you see that a lot. You don't generally want to take your center out unless you just have to.
Because that's just something that really just takes rhythm, takes practice, getting used to. You talk a lot about muscle memory.
Yep.
Ortiz in motion, play action. They'll throw a quick pass out to Ortiz. He almost couldn't grab it, but did a good job hanging on to it. And he's going to pick up maybe a yard.
Yeah.
Because it was just hard for him to get it.
Right.
Had he gotten it clean, he might have been able to turn the corner.
Yep. But good job by the defense, especially number 4 coming from the inside there, Alex Garza.
So they're going to give him 2 yards on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. Same formation once again for the Wildcats. They're going to hand it off to Rodriguez. He's going to cut it up the field, get inside the 25 to the 24-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, good hard run in there by Gonzalez. Again, he gets, but he sees a little crease inside, so he turns it inside.
3rd and about 6.
So we got 2 downs here to make 6 yards.
A couple of fresh legs in on the field for the Wildcats. One of them being Rudy Villegas.
Yep.
So as you mentioned, we're pretty much in 2-down territory here, or 4-down territory, whatever you want to call it. I formation. They're going to hand it off to the fullback, Malachi Rodriguez, and he's got a big hole on the left side. He isn't touched till about the 15-yard line, and finally brought down at the 10, where it'll be 1st and 10, maybe 1st and goal.
Yeah, I just you can tell. All right, just a huge difference. Hit the hole, that kind of stuff. What a hard runner. He's had a really good game tonight, and so is their offensive line. Their quarterbacks, they especially the second half, the kids have really played hard. That's big right there. That's
Gianni
a touchdown.
Ortiz in at fullback. They give him the handoff. And just like the previous play, that's the exact play they ran again. And this time Gianni Ortiz takes it into the end zone for a Wildcat touchdown.
Yeah, that was just big right there. You could see that. Just a good job of running the ball, blocking up front, good left side. And, that was huge again. And they really put this game away. Good, big right there. And that's an east side, strong side touchdown. And that's exciting. Good job, Wildcats.
Alejos on to tap the point after. 41-0 is the score. Bad
That's
hold,
twice.
And they couldn't get the kickoff. And it's picked up by the Raiders. And the Raiders are going to try to convert this into some points.
They might.
Gonzalez is trying to catch him.
Nope.
Takes a whack at the knees. Cannot. And it's run back by the quarterback, Jared Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm. And again, if there's one thing I'll just continue in this game, we've seen it over and over. It's been some snap problems. Getting the snap there, that kind of stuff.
That was more of a hold problem.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we don't have replay to see that, but that's a 2-point play for the Raiders. That run back by the quarterback who is out there on special teams, picked it up and outran the Wildcats, and they'll put 2 points up on the board for that.
Yeah,
but they get the ball back.
Yeah, they do. The thing about it too is, when you kick the field, you got so many things. You got to get a snap, you got to get a holder, put the ball down, and you got to get the kickoff. So it's one of the hardest things to do in football, believe it or not. And you think it's a simple, and as coaches sometimes we think it's a simple thing, but I've seen this so many times I don't even know how. I wish I had $1 for every time I've seen that, in my career. But it happens.
Just a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, it just is, But if you don't execute it, it's like the snap. It's like any time. It's just, ends up being ugly. And this time it was like as ugly as it can be because they got points off of it.
Cruz and Garza back deep to return the kickoff from Alejos. Again in direction of Cruz. And again it goes out of bounds. So the Raiders send their offensive squad out, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. The drive for your Wildcats was a 7-play, 44-yard drive. Of course, capped off by that Gianni Ortiz 10-yard touchdown run. And the extra point, of course, blocked. And the Raiders returned it for a 2-point play. And now the score is 41-2, 7:09 to go. Raiders with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, you won't. I'm sure the defense wanted to get that shutout, but, hey, it's football.
Hand off to Rocha. Rocha is hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down after a 2-yard gain.
Good job right there inside from the defensive tackle position, number 45, Asiel Serna. Very good job.
So they do give Rocha 2 yards on that carry, 2nd down and 8. Raiders break the huddle, same formation. They'll have Rocha and Medellin in the backfield, send a receiver to each side of the ball. This time the handoffs to Medellin. Medellin breaks a tackle, and again, big 4-5 with the tackle.
Yeah.
Isaias Serna.
Yep.
And that's after about a 4-yard pickup, bringing up a 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, he's excited too. He isn't. He's one of those guys that work real hard all week long. And show the defense. Show the offense, and that kind of stuff. This is what you're going to see. And getting a chance to get on the field and get some playing time and make 2 tackles. That's huge. Good for him.
3rd and 2 for the Raiders. Under 6 minutes to go here in the ball game. They trail 41-0. Hand off to Rocha this time. Rocha trying to go off the left guard.
Nice.
And there is nothing doing as the right side of the Wildcat defense is not giving them anything.
No, they're putting a lot of bodies on him this time. You know, I think he ends up getting the first down. But Cerna on the play again, you know.
Yeah, you just heard his
really
name called by the public address announcer.
Yeah, he's excited. Here we go. Put a little dance in his step.
Coming off the left tackle position.
Yeah, he's really playing really hard.
Rocha does get the 2 yards that they needed, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 40-yard line. They'll line up in the same offensive formation once again. This time to hand off to Medellin. Then Padilla forces them back,
nice.
And then it's cleaned up by Jonathan Gaitan.
Yeah, really good job there by Gaitan, and along with Jonathan Gaitan, number 31, did a super job right there.
But again, it's all started with Padilla forcing them back in.
And, you know, these are kids, you know, playing late in the game. You can see all different kids, you know, different kids in there. There's a few starters that are mixed in there with them, but doing a super job because, I mean, he's ran the ball really well tonight. And this group of kids have, hey, Coach, put me in, Coach. I'm ready. And they are. They're showing it, which that's awesome.
2nd and 9. This time, Gonzalez looking to throw the ball. He does underneath, and it's caught. A little 5-yard stop.
Yeah.
And the receiver is Alex Garza as he stops, turns around, and runs for a little bit, picks up a few yards into Wildcat territory to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, you know, good tackle right there, too. You know, he catches the ball, and DB's right on top of him. And that was Santiago Flores, number 24.
1st and 10, Raiders, 48-yard line. Handoff to Medellin. Medellin is hit hard by Gaitan, and Serna brought down after about a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I mean, they're reading their keys really well. You know, they're not getting any movement at all on Serna, and then Gaitan, you know, he squeezes down, and boy, they're making some big plays inside.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Raiders. Ball at the 45-yard line, under 3.5 to go in the ball game. Still the same formation for the Raiders. They're going to give it to Rocha. And Rocha caught from behind by Caden Williams. Caden Williams coming from the backside defensive end spot and hung on to Rocha and gives the rest of the Wildcats an opportunity to get to him and bring him down after a 5-yard pickup, 3rd and 3.
Yeah. Just trying to run Rivera, I mean, they don't look like they're in too big of a hurry.
No, they're taking their time coming out of the out of the huddle, excuse me. And they're coming out in the same offensive formation. And they've just been going right, left to Medellin to Rocha. And that now they go to Rocha again. And Rocha is going to bully his way inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Yep. Just a good hard run right there off left tackle. And, you know, Rocha puts his head down and picks up 6-7 yards right there.
And we've got a timeout on the field. Brownsville calls the timeout, 1st and 10. Maybe they just did not have the right personnel on the field or
not enough people on the field or too many people on the field. You just never know.
Yeah, exactly. So they decided to call a timeout with 2:13 to go in the ball game, down 41-2. You know, as you mentioned, Coach, they're not really in a hurry. You know,
no.
They've got to score 7 touchdowns in order to bring this one close, and that ain't going to happen.
No.
There's
not enough time to do that many onside kicks.
Right, exactly. And so, you know, they're just taking their time, don't want to give the ball to the Wildcats, primarily to not allow them to get any more points on the board.
Right.
So they've done a good job just moving the ball down, keeping it, picking up first downs, and just,
Yeah, the defense holds them. They still hold them to a shutout. I mean, defensively, they scored on the
special
team play.
But they played well tonight here in the second half. You know, that third quarter, that 3 TD third quarter was really, really good and pretty uplifting, I would assume, for the Wildcat bunch as they continue to march in through district play, and it doesn't get any easier from here on out. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Wildcat 34-yard line. It's going to be a direct snap to the quarterback.
Not much there.
And they've got a different quarterback in the field, Arturo Cuellar. And he's going to try to run with the ball, but there is just nothing out there. And he picked up 1 yard.
I was real impressed with the defense. Their pursuit to the ball was really, really good there. Again, you got 45. You got Isaiah Serna on the play. He's made 5 or 6 tackles since he's been in tonight. That's the things you look at, on film. You say, hey, this kid can spot play, especially in that role, because defensive people, I mean, they're rotating, especially linemen. They're always rotated in for defense.
Baez in motion. They're going to give it to him on
holding,
jet sweep, and he is brought down. A good job there by Nehemias Munoz.
Yep.
He was being blocked. He stuck his arm out and grabbed enough of the jersey to stop him.
Exactly. So good job by the defense. Again, they're just getting to the ball really well. About a minute left in the game, Joey, so it's winding down.
We are exactly under a minute to go, and the Wildcats up 41-2. And we may have 3 more plays at the most. Because, again, as you mentioned, Coach, not really in a hurry are the Raiders in and out of that huddle. Arturo Cuellar in at quarterback. Rocha and Medellin back there. They'll stay to block. Looking to run with the ball is the quarterback, Cuellar, as there was nothing down the field. And it's going to be 4th down for the Raiders. And they don't even have to run a play anymore.
No, it's yeah. I mean, they might, but
I don't think they will.
No.
There's about a 15-second gap between the play clock and the game clock. Want to thank Joseph Hale for doing a great job on the computer and keeping the score, the graphics, and all that good stuff looking mighty fine online. Also want to thank Vinny Berry, Mr. BV, with a great job on the camera. For Coach Rock, I am Joe Aguilar saying good night from Brownsville, Texas, where your Weslaco East Wildcats defeat the Brownsville Rivera Raiders. The final score in this one, your Wildcats 41, the Raiders 2. We return to the friendly confines of Bobby Lackey Stadium next Friday night as your Wildcats play host to the Donna North Chiefs for homecoming. So we'll see you next Friday night from Weslaco, Texas. Bobby Lackey Stadium as your Wildcats play host to the Donna North Chiefs. Your Wildcats improved to 3-1 in district play as they defeat the Raiders 41-2. We'll see you next week right here on KWES.